Today is a very special day for all of us, as we are receiving a very important title. We have the whole entire Unified basketball team right here.
Ashton, I couldn't have opened this up any better. Thank you for ad-libbing that. I do think Ashton has a career ahead of him as a professional wrestler because his promos are better than anybody else I can imagine. And I have nicknamed him Macho Man Ashton Irving because of his great promos. Ashton, great job. Today is a great day to be a Black Raider. Ashton mentioned that the Unified basketball team is here. But this is more than just Unified basketball. This is about what the Black Raider family does every single day. Inclusion isn't just during basketball season. Sure, it's helped get us here. There's no other school that I have ever been to for a Unified game that brings out the whole community and fills the stands. And that goes far beyond who's in this room right now. People in the community that just see something special going on and they're like, you know what, we need to get over to the high school tonight because there's a Unified game at 3:30, and they come out. A lot of those people I see in the stands have no kids in the school. They're just community members that want to be part of something special. And it's what you guys make as special every single day that we get to display. Great job. But being unified goes far beyond the basketball court. When you walk the halls and you're giving each other high fives or talking about the great basketball game that you saw, when you're in their math class, when you're in the science class and you're helping out all the time, phys ed, in the lunchroom, that's what you guys do. I'm always saying, what do you do to make Winslow High School a better place for everybody that walks in the door? And I do believe that. Everybody who walks in this door makes this a great place for everybody every single day. So thank you. So Mallory Sheridan has spent the last few weeks interviewing people about what unified means or what inclusion means to them.
I think Winslow offers so many things. If you start with the unified team, the unified basketball team, which is probably one of the greatest activities that we have to promote inclusivity. It brings the school together. We see students going to games that sometimes wouldn't go to, maybe even a regularly scheduled basketball game. You see the community come into the building and just cheer on our kids, and not only our kids, but other students who are on the unified team. You know, the community just comes together and is so supportive of our students. The student body is so supportive of our students, particularly our life skills students.
I like how everybody knows each other and supports every sports team.
You don't see anyone alone at lunch. A lot of students go to other teams' games.
So, I know you play Unified. Do you want to talk a little bit about it?
I like when cheering on me.
I like how everybody comes out and supports the unified team and makes them feel like they're.
I think that one of the best things that we do here is inclusivity, particularly in education and extracurricular. It's the best school that I've ever worked at that actually promotes it and does it. Before I even started working here, people were saying that you need to work at Winslow. Since day one, I've been made to feel so welcome. That welcoming spirit doesn't go just to me, it goes to everybody who walks in this building. I've heard people say, I've never heard so many people say hello to me in a school building. It's warm, it's caring, We come together as a community. I look at students who you may think that they may be rough or a little rough around the edges, but you'll see them in my classroom giving fist bumps and helping students read. The students are just so loving. And I mean, there's so much more I can say. What makes me really proud of being in Winslow is really the students at this school.
Winslow really, everybody's included in everything. It doesn't matter who you are. Everybody does everything. Everyone's treated the same, no matter what. Be it in drama, be it in chorus, be it in sports, be it every day in the hallways. Everybody takes care of everyone. Within the community, the proud saying of once a Raider, always a Raider includes everybody that's a part of this school.
I think a lot of what makes Winslow High School is that connectedness that makes us that community. And when I look up and down the hallways and look in different classrooms, I see a science class that has students of all different abilities helping each other learn those important science concepts. I can look across the hall and see a math class where the same thing is going on, where there's students with certain needs that are being met, not just by the teachers that are in there, but upperclassmen that are in there helping each other and helping the other students be successful in the classroom. Success doesn't happen in isolation at Winslow High School. It happens all over the place with all students supporting each other.
I think at Winslow High School, inclusion kind of happens on its own. It's not really something that students really have to work very hard at. I think it's part of the community and part of the culture here, which is pretty neat. Every student is seen as having value, and I think our students look at each other as peers and equals, and that's pretty important.
How many children? One, two.
Good job. Thank you, guys. Now we're even. Good job.
You're welcome.
Good job on the pizza, guys.
Every Friday, we get to choose whether we want some hot beverage like tea, coffee, or hot cocoa, and they usually make a little treat. And it's always fun because it's delivered by kids with special needs, and they do a great job. They interact, they handle the money, they handle the delivery, and it's just a nice way to see them when I don't get to see them. So, and it's teaching them how to socialize, it's teaching them how to stay organized, and they just have a great time.
As a mentor in the functional science class, I've really opened up my eyes to how those kids respond to each other and respond to a teacher. And I think that they're the sweetest kids at the school, and I'm glad that they're so included.
I think that Winslow gives us a great opportunity to be in the classroom, because a lot of kids will talk to them in the halls and we'll get together, but in the classroom is a whole different setting, and you can help them with something that may seem super easy to someone else, but it means so much for them, for you to be right next to them, giving them confidence.
I think as a school we're really inclusive. We have a lot of clubs and a lot of things for everyone to do, and I'm really glad that we have a unified program and that we're so inclusive of those kids.
I think that along with that, we're also very accepting, so you can come from different backgrounds and have different views, and you can still voice your opinion and say what you think, and people won't attack you. Well, I did Unified last year, and the Unified student section was huge. It has the biggest turnout, and both teams, either way anyone makes a basket, everyone's cheering. It's just a lot of fun, and it's not as much like who's gonna win as look at like the community we have here and how accepting everyone is.
Yeah, I think even being in the stands, like everyone's just so supportive, and nobody cares who wins. It's just that those kids are having fun and they're getting an opportunity to participate in sports that they wouldn't be able to receive if we didn't have the unified program. I'm just glad that the kids at our school are so accepting of them and caring, and we go out of our way to say hi in the hallway or have handshakes or be able to message them or bring them to games, and I just think it's a good thing.
Yeah, there's definitely the whole like social media thing now, and I feel like instead of like you see in movies that kids that will get like bashed on, but like we have like such a good environment that they'll like text us if they need help or advice or anything, especially being in the classroom. They see us more as like a teacher type of thing, so we get like texts on the daily about what should I do here, this problem happened.
What makes me proud of Winslow High School is the community support. It's the support that we give each other. Going to a sporting event and seeing, on a Friday night at 7 o'clock, a boys soccer game, and seeing the whole football team that's over in the corner cheering on their classmates. Going to the drama festival in Ellsworth and looking around the crowd and seeing a lot of the peers of those students that aren't necessarily involved in drama, but they're there supporting their friends because that's important to them. That's what makes us us, and that's what makes Winslow High School such a great place to be, and what I consider the greatest high school in the state of Maine.
Huge round of applause to Mallory Sheridan for putting that together. Thank you, Mallory. I couldn't have said it any better. And at this point, I would like to welcome Lisa Bird from Special Olympics Maine to share her thoughts and provide us with a very special presentation.
Okay, so I have this really professional little speech planned out, and it was going to be really cool. And I want you to know that usually when I go to these types of things, I am really cool. But, like today, I just feel really mushy. This is my 5th National Banner Recognition presentation that I've been to, and they've all been amazing. But to see you guys have a rally specifically for this, and that you guys have participated in a blackout for this, I don't know, that's pretty amazing, so thank you. All right, so 50 years ago, there was this woman, and her name was Eunice Kennedy Shriver. And she had this incredible vision. She envisioned a world where people with intellectual disabilities or autism would be able to enjoy sports just like everyone else. And she created Special Olympics back in 1968 at Soldiers Field. And in Maine, a special education teacher took a small group of his students out there and then came back the following year in 1969 and started Special Olympics here in Maine. Well, 12 years ago, Eunice Kennedy Shriver's son, Tim Shriver, he had his own vision. He had a vision where every middle school and every high school in the country would not only offer a girls' team or a boys' team or a co-ed team, but that every middle school and high school in America would offer a unified team. A team where every single kid in the school would have an opportunity to participate on a team representing their school. And that is when he came up with the idea of unified sports. Unified sports bring together students who have disabilities and students who don't, and it brings you together onto the same playing field, the same court, the same pool, the same track, the same course. It brings you together as teammates, side by side, competing against other schools who have teams made up the same way. You guys have taken Unified Champion Schools not only to the next level, you have taken it to the highest level possible. Here in Maine, there are over 90 schools who participate in Unified Champion Schools. However, only 5 of those schools have reached this top level. You are being recognized today for reaching 10 pillars of becoming the ultimate Unified Champion School. 10 things that you guys have done. Absolutely deserve it. That's incredible. Just like what you just watched in that amazing video, just like what you're seeing here today by coming in and cheering for your unified basketball team and offering the blackout and the rally, shows that you are an incredibly inclusive school. The things that I heard about in the video go even beyond the things that I knew about. You guys are absolutely amazing. You have made the choice to make Winslow High School an all-inclusive school, and you should be incredibly proud of yourselves. What I love is that you guys have been participating long enough so that being a unified school isn't just this cool new thing that we're going to try and see how it goes. But you've done it long enough now so that the freshmen who are here this year, unified is just the norm. And I think that that's incredibly exciting. What I also love is that those of you who are seniors and are heading off to college or careers, that you guys are taking what you've learned here at Unified School, at Winslow High School. You're taking that out into the community, out into your colleges, out into your workplaces, to the new cities that you move to. You're taking all of this with you. And because of that, you are changing the world. You're changing attitudes, you're changing lives. And so we are just incredibly proud of everything that you've done. We are so excited now, and I don't know, who should I be presenting this to? Are we gonna bring some people up, or who wants to?
Whoever wants to join Ashton, just go up.
Come on, Ashton.
Just go up.
All right,
Whoever wants to join Ashton.
Let's get you right out in front here. So come on this end. Come on this end. So come on back here so that people can see what's happening. So on behalf of ESPN, Special Olympics International, Special Olympics Maine, and Unified Champion Schools Programming, yeah, there you go. We present them with this national banner of recognition. Congratulations to Winslow High School. You are a nationally recognized Unified Champion School. You've won a lot of amazing awards and they're incredible. What I think is so cool about this one is that this one is about who you are. This one is about your character. And to me, that's incredibly important. So congratulations, Winslow High School. We are so proud of you.
Thank you, Lisa. Please. I want to give our student body a huge standing ovation and round of applause. Because without our students, we would not be here accepting this fantastic and well-deserved award today. And I failed to mention that we had some former guest alumni come back. And can I get my alumni out here really quick? Cheyenne, Noah, Jess, who are you? And Joey. Face your peers. This was the crew that started it all. And Dakota's not here with us, but Dakota as well. It was their freshman year. Actually, it was their 8th grade year when Mr. Briggs and I heard about the Unified Basketball program. And we said, we need to get that going. And these guys as freshmen, and we had that year, I can't even remember how many student helpers that showed up to that first practice to really bring it. And it was fantastic. And we had 2 coaches that year step up and say, hey, I'll do it. There was no stipend, there was no money, it was just the right thing to do. Miss Pautel and Miss Loftus, oh, they're flanked on both sides, come out here as well. I know you guys are going to hate me for that one. But, you know, I considered myself an assistant coach for a few years, but really, it was these 2 that did everything. I just showed up to games. That's pretty much it. I was the clapper. Just though? Yeah, it is true. But anyway, this was the crew that started it all. And, but if it wasn't for the support of the student body making this dream come true. And we heard about the Unified Champion Schools program last year and put in an application and worked hard all year, and fruits of our labor are being paid off today. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking, but I do want to highlight one more thing. 5 schools in the state of Maine have received this award. 5 schools in the state of Maine. That's pretty darn special. Huge round of applause again.